Well, at least we know it runs.
Welcome to Tracer Customs. This is not how the intro was supposed to be. Tim had a nice intro filmed out with the old K30 and the record bed, and all our videos, that intro got corrupted somehow. So, you get me. Welcome to Tracer Customs. We've been working on the 1988 K30, building it into a wrecker, very early stages. The guy's been working on the bed a lot, so let's get right into the video. Enjoy.
It's alive! Well, at least we know it runs. That's a plus.
Hey guys, I'm taking the old truck up to the house to pick up a cable for Tim and the guys to work on the wrecker bed, and I need to pick up the lawnmower, and this truck needs to be run a little bit, so I'm driving this truck. It hasn't really been run since I went and picked up the wrecker bed with it and hauled the boat, and we had the death wobble in it then when it was loaded. I never had the issue before it was loaded, but I'll get to find out now if we've got that fixed. I think we still need to do some more work in the front end, but I think it'll be okay if it's unloaded. And we did put a new steering stabilizer on it, so that might be all it was, but I still think the front linkage has a lot of loose ball joints, and we'll probably have to work on that. But I'm gonna head to the house and pick up the lawnmower and a cord for the plasma cutter.
So, one of the things we're working on right now is, it used to be a battery, well, makeshift battery box right here, and they would the people who had it before us would run the battery up to a switch, from the switch down to where the winch used to be. So what we're working on right now is trying to take all the old brackets and everything else out. They also had a gas tank right here. That bracket's got to go. And as you can see about the current setup, trying to get the main frame out of here. Trying to basically take it down straight to the bed. Once we're down to the bed, then we can fix the actual metal of it, weld up what needs to be welded, grind down what needs to be grinded, rebuild it up, and we're going to try to do a custom mount to where the boom and everything mounts directly to the frame. Right now it's just attached to the bed, so it's not all that strong. So that's just kind of what's going on right now. A lot of grinding, a lot of hammering. Hopefully we'll have this thing off today. And we've got Zach working on all the old lighting, trying to get the lights and all the wires out of it. So progress is progress, though. So, positive steps.
Well, truck made it home, no death wobble, but without any weight on the back. That's kind of what I expected. But got some ramps, the lawnmower on here so we can get the office mode here later. And I got my extension cord for the plasma cutter. All right, I got the lawnmower on, so head back to the shop and get the guys this stuff, and we'll keep rolling.
Well, we're out here again. Another day working on the bed. And another day of a potential bad idea.
Should be fine.
Josh is out here with us today.
Yeah, for the sketchy stuff. Then I leave.
Yeah.
Just here for the sketchy stuff.
As you can see, got it hooked up to the tractor. We're just, everything is now completely off. Everything kind of got cleaned up, got all the bolts out, all the lights out. Now we're just picking it up, putting it on some metal sawhorses, and hopefully it doesn't fall off. Hey, tilt the bucket down. Tilt the bucket down just a little bit. It'll level it out and get it off the front. Well, we did it. Got the bed off. So, got the bed off the tow truck. Got the tow truck bed put up on some sawhorses. Got Cameron back with us.
She looking good.
But tow truck's now ready. We still got to get gas tanks fixed. It's a dual tank system, but only one tank works. So we're going to finish up the wiring on that, clean everything up. We've got to reinforce the frame, make it ready to tow, chop off the back a little bit. Just going to kind of chop it off right here behind the supports. And then it's going to get new supports all through the middle of it. We're going to close up the C channel, basically make it tube style. But we're halfway there. Everything is now completely dismantled. So now it's time for the build process.
We're back out here working on the bed a little bit again. Well, Tim is. I'm not. I just happen to be here for a minute. But working on cutting. We got to cut the bottom part of this bed off on both sides because the truck has the dual fuel tanks on it. So it's got dual 20-gallon tanks on it. And that bed has to drop down right where these tanks are at here. So we've got to cut that bed out. So we're cutting the front part of the bed out for the tanks, and then the second we're either going to put a toolbox underneath here, or we may end up with side winches there at some point if we need side winches. So
the old saying, mark twice, cut once.
Is that why it's marked twice? Which line's the right one?
Bottom one.
Okay.
Evidently, so it's got two frame rails that go straight across, and I didn't take into account the frame rails when I measured the first time. So, and I was just counting for the bottom of the bed, and as soon as I got to right here, realized the frame rail matches that, and had to drop my measurements back in.
Yep. So underneath here, got the C channel, which we're probably gonna, we don't have to replace all of it. We're gonna have to at least replace some of it because this bed does not have very much structure underneath it. So we're gonna have to do quite a bit of restructuring, and some of that will be tied in with the frame on the truck when we do that. But that'll be later. We got a lot of welding and stuff to do, but we're just getting this stuff cut out of the way so we can start test fitting it on the truck and kind of see how it's going to line up and what adjustments we need to make to get it where we want it. Time to get back to it. All right, Tim's been killing it on the bed. Got all the sides cut off, and we've got it hooked up to the tractor, and we're gonna see if it'll kind of sit on the truck here. It's looking good. Give a thumbs up for Tim, because he's doing a fantastic job, and it's getting late on a Friday at that. So we're gonna try to set it on here and just get an eyeball of how it's gonna look. We know we've got to build up some spots over here in the frame, and we got to probably chop off part of the frame, so there's a lot of work to do to get this to fit. So we're just going to kind of set it on here, get an eyeball for it, and then we're going to call it a day. So let's see what it looks like. Strapping system's gonna work here. That wasn't the plan.
I hope you know that strap is holding on for dear life.
It'll be fine. Yeah, that wasn't the plan. I didn't engineer that very well. The front won't blow, it's the back that wants to split.
Well, no. The back end right here is going to hit the frame.
Is that hitting the back of it there? Yeah, so we got to chop. Looks like we're gonna have to chop. Well, we knew we were gonna have to chop off part of the frame here. We may have to notch this part out as well so that the spring can sit back in here. It's gonna be close. It might drop down below that, which would be nice to have that spring tucked up in here. We just need to chop this off and then try it on here and see. That's about. About 13 inches, and then yeah, about 13 inches. If we can scoot that 13 inches up, we'll be inch and a half or so from the cab. Yep, inch and a half. So that should sit pretty nice. Where's our? Put us pretty centered over the wheel too. So chop the frame, and then we should be pretty much have our wheel well centered over our wheel and be up to our cab. So we definitely need to chop that frame off here pretty quick, and then
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think that that would fit.
which part?
Yes.
The whole thing? Oh, it's gonna work.
Like I was sure that we were gonna have to add some onto the front right there.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna line up pretty good. We just got to chop the frame, get it in there, fool around with that spring mount in the back, and see if that's gonna tuck up into the bed, or if we're gonna have to chop some of that lower portion of the bed to notch that in there. But
It'd be great if it would.
yeah, if it'll tuck right up on top of that, like spring tuck right up in here, that would help protect the spring mount and everything a little bit. It'll just kind of cover all that up. Be perfect. But next step, chop that thing off right there, move that brace up here, so we've still got some structure in there, and we're going to build a hitch in there, either on this or build a hitch this frame mounted. So it's going to work.
And real quick, couldn't help but notice what's under your shirt right there.
Oh,
Is that
this
new
is-
merch that's coming out
we
soon?
got new merch. We don't even know the website for it yet, but we've got merch. So yeah, Arkansas Off-Road Recovery shirts. We also have Tracer custom shirts. By the time this video goes up, we will figure out what the website's going to be, and we'll link it down in the description below, and you can go buy shirts. We've got limited quantities and sizes, but we're getting some merch out, and all the profit from it is going to go straight to building this truck and making other awesome stuff. So go check out the website, whatever that is. We'll have it figured out by the time this video goes up. Tim will have it figured out. Actually, it'll be a combination. I'll try to help him a little bit on it.
We'll do a recut and add in the
Editor,
website.
cut that out. What
Add the
editor?
website in there somewhere.
Yeah, we'll get that to you. But yeah, this is gonna work. She'll be fine for another 100,000.
You might not want to touch that.
It's good. Cooper Tires, we need a sponsor. We need 6 new tires.
Side note, if anybody's looking for a job, I need someone to balance my sanity.